Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
I have to say, does Antony Aingley, in the opening, every time I see it, look more and more like a gay rapist, right? I didn't see it at first, right? I didn't see it when I first saw him. Now more I'm looking at it, I had all these different things I was going to talk to you about. Didn't think I'd talk about Antony Aingley being a gay rapist. As far as I know, I don't believe he was. I've never heard any stories of him being that thing. But he does have that. He portrays a master a bit gay, right? A bit gay. Maybe we've had this conversation before. I don't know. Listen, I'm having an idea. Lots of ideas. In fact, there's we had quite a good suggestion for the male gaze. Snake Pliskin. Now there you go. That's an interesting. See, I have a problem with it. I'll find you the picture of why I have a problem with that. Because 1 second, I got to look this up. Okay, I'm googling Rabbi Zelig Pliskin, right? This is a guy. Oh my god, he's like this really insanely nice, wonderful, righteous person, right? I used to sit next to him when I was in seminary, when I was in like rabbinical school, whatever you want to call it, rabbi training ground. Let me see if I can get you a picture of. So let me get a picture of him, right? So we used to call him Snake. His nickname was Snake, and he never understood why. It was because Snake Pliskin, right? I explained to him a couple of times. 1 second here. He's like the sweetest guy in the whole world. And he looks it. Like, doesn't he look like the sweetest guy? He really is. He genuinely is. He's got all these self-help books, which are really actually very, very good. He wrote one of his best ones while he was sitting next to me, right? And it was very personal because I was like, a younger guy, but we chatted. I think we're on good terms, But yeah, so he's written at least a lot of very successful books. I think Begin Again Now is a good one. He has these like really wild bits of advice. He's like, was it when somebody was down once? He says, "Okay, I have a solution for you. It's just got two problems with it. If you're feeling upset, I have a way to make you not feel upset. There's just two drawbacks to it." He says, he goes, "Okay, so what are the drawbacks? I just got a notification that I went live. That's good. Well, way to go there, YouTube. On the ball as always. Really? And I got the red dot next to me. Does that mean I'm shadow banned? Is that what it means?" Somebody said that to me the other day. I don't know. I'm paranoid. 1 second. It's a little bit hot to drink still, but never mind. So it's got two problems. It makes you feel really stupid, and it works, right? It's stupid and it works. You feel really stupid and it works. And it's like, okay, fine, what is it? And he says, "I'm telling you, it makes you feel stupid, but it works. If you're having a bad day, I'm telling you, try this. And it makes you feel stupid, but it works." So I'll zoom in on me because it's me. Just do this to yourself. Go, "I feel good. I feel great. I feel good." No, he snapped his fingers. "I feel good. I feel great. I feel good. I feel good." And it's like, oh God. I was like, we all cringed. And then it worked. Like when you do it, it actually works, right? And so that we used to call him Snake, right? Because of Snake Pliskin. So that's my drawback. So whenever, okay, the closest I can get to visualizing Kurt Russell as Snake Pliskin is this guy in the Snake Pliskin outfit. So he was he's a kind of scrawny guy, right? He's got this thing called the Happiness Club, like where people just go find ways to be happy. He's just really, really a really decent, nice guy. I like him a lot. As you can probably go see. Yeah, so this is Snake to me, right? Love you. Fine, we have lots going on tonight. We have so much going on tonight. What are we going to start? What are we going to talk about? We have let's look at the thumbnail. It's always good to go for the thumbnail. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, let's go back for this for a second. I was trying to go back there. Let's share screen. Okay, fine. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to Snake for a second. So this pin up over here, right? I really like it. I'm thinking, if I get a new backer on my Indiegogo, which is in the chat. Hopefully, somebody in the chat's going to put in, and in the description. If I get a backer tonight, I will commission. It was it Dominic. I'll commission Dominic, the artist here, to do a similar poster that matches it with Capaldi. Right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Right? And anybody backs tonight on any level will get that poster. I'll do it as an A3 poster. Okay? So I get one backer and it happens. What are we on? Let me see how many we've got right now. As the clock starts ticking, I think we're 94. We're up to 94. That was really good. Okay, here's the thing. When you're 94, when you're running Indiegogo, you got to not check it. Okay? You got to not check it, especially at this point in the campaign. Because if you check, it's like checking your stats, right? If you do it, you won't stop it. And like, I'm not seeing, I can imagine Gary would want to check his stats, like Gary Nerdronic. Yeah, I can imagine he would want to check his stats. So anyway, if we get one backer tonight, I will commission him to do a Capaldi poster. And anybody backing night will definitely get the poster thrown in to whatever level they're backing it at tonight. Okay, there you go. That's it. Let's have a look at what's going on. Who is in the chat? Gene Giovanni Chronicles. I want to know more about the Gene Giovanni Chronicles. It seems to me, okay, the Gene Giovanni Chronicles, if I had to imagine it, it's kind of like Adam Adamant Lives. He's like Gene Giovanni would be like this swashbuckling guy from the 14th century, somehow lost in time in modern Rome. Yeah, well, that's it. I want to watch that show. That sounds awesome, right? That's one for the ladies, I think. You're welcome. Hi, everybody. I am doing very well. Thank you very much. The male gaze are waiting on my channel. Yeah, let's go. It'll come. Right. Like people are loving the male gaze. I have to tell you, people are freaking loving it. I should just do a calendar because people are like, wouldn't that be an awesome thing? We'll do a calendar every year. I have to do this campaign first, but like, I'm thinking we may well do we'll do a whole new batch of male gaze, like. And all the backers get to decide the genre. Like, I got a lot of requests for Wilma Dearing, right? I do hear it. She's a little bit slight. What can I say? A bit string beanie. I mean, look, beautiful woman. Okay, let's Google her. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering. Is it Erin Gray, Wilma Dearing? There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the front page. Okay, 1 second. Wow. Okay, that's not how I remember her. Okay, we're looking at these pictures. Okay, this is for research only. You have to understand, we are men of science. We are people of science. Listen, I understand. Stem cells do. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Okay, I was so wrong. Wow. Okay, I'm just grabbing all these pictures of her because research. That's why research. Because here we go. 1 second, I find it. I just get a message. That's weird. What is she? Is that Battlestar Galactica? Sir? I don't remember wearing that costume. Wow. Okay, I'm just trying to get a representative sample. So before we bring up, we can talk about them, right? Well, this one's got Tweaky in it, and he's looking at a pussy. Okay, Tweaky is looking at Wilma Dearing's pussy. Okay, that's what's happening. I guess I'm demonetized, but I think it's worth it. To have this conversation because I do think Tweaky is looking at Wilma Dearing's pussy. Let's bring this up. Okay, this is a thing that's happening. We are doing this, right? Yowza! I forgot. She looks awesome, right? Doesn't she look awesome? I think she does. Again, I just imagine. I remember her being a bit more. I'm focusing on her lack of boobage, right? I'm trying to think of that. That's a nice way of saying it. Like, lovely woman. Here's the thing. If you're not male, right? You don't understand. Men relate to things in two ways, right? We relate to people in two ways. We relate to them as human beings, and we relate to them as things we interact with. Like, if if a man was made out of weed, right, I'll be really interested in that guy. Because that guy is made out of a thing that I really enjoy. I would imagine, of course. So in the same way, every woman is made out of sex, right? So like that. So we just have that biological thing. But we do know people that say, I want that thing. She's freaking awesome. She's freaking awesome. She's I'm sure she's a lovely person as well. Let's look at this outfit. This is weird. When did they dress her like she was in an ice cream parlor? What's up with that? That is straight. Oh, Dan is here. 1 second. I'll bring him in. His mic's still off. Okay, fine.
I heard somebody say the word boobage. Boobage. Who said that?
that would be me. See, I was reticent to put Wilma Dearing in the male gaze, right? Because I just remember being a little bit, less lovely than she is here. I just remember focusing on how lack of boobage. That's where the boobage came in, right?
Yes.
But oh my gosh, I think okay. Look over here. Is Tweaky looking at Wilma Dearing's pussy?
It does. It looks that way, doesn't it, everybody?
Okay, that's just what's going on.
Yeah. Now, if Dr. Theopolis was on his chest, then because I think the doctor was actually a gynecologist. Yeah. So, but he hasn't got that excuse this time. So it's very naughty, Tweaky.
He's very happy about it. She's like, "Oh, freaky! Where have you been all my life?" And he's like, "Billy."
There's obviously some sort of X-ray thing going on there that we can't see. Can't see on microwaves. Maybe I think she's warmed.
That's what's going on. Tweaky clearly has a boner.
So which do you prefer then, Rabbi, and everybody in the chat? Come to think of it. Hello, everybody that's saying hello to me. Hello, lovely to see you all. Lots of names. So which do you think is the best? So which of the outfits do you think is the best then, Rabbi? The sleek electric white outfit?
We haven't been going through them yet.
The McDonald's outfit. Well, you've got the McDonald's outfit on when I came on screen from season 2. Whoa!
So this is I like both these outfits a lot. Just a lot. Oh my god, she's so beautiful. She's lovely. I'm like breathtaking. Like really, I forgot how beautiful. You know why? Because when it was on, I was just a horny 12-year-old. I was looking at tits. That's all I was doing in my entire and I was like 12. Leave me alone, okay? I was a 12-year-old. Yes.
All the action was waist up, wasn't it? I was exactly the same.
Yeah. That's the only thing I was like. Now I'm an older gentleman. I take a step back, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I'm like just stunned how beautiful she is. Wow, you see, you should always look again at everything because you never know. You never know when you need to reevaluate something.
There's a touch of the Daisy Duke thing going on the right,
absolutely,
which is never a bad thing. Never a bad thing.
No, I think it was a great service to science, Daisy Duke. This is kind of how I remember. I like this outfit. See, I like this. Yeah, me too. Super sexy, but she looks like she's a military sort of in this like sexy cat suit. So I don't know. It's like it's one step away from a porn version, right? It's one step. Which, by the way, have you seen Flash Gordon recently?
Do you mean Flash or Flesh Gordon?
Flash.
Oh yeah, I watched. Yeah, I saw Flash around 6 months ago. Yeah.
Okay, fine. That is basically porn, right? Like without the sex. Yeah. Like what is up with that? There are so many deeply erotic situations going on throughout that.
I think it's a combination of things, wasn't it? It was a perfect storm in your wife fronts. Yes, it's a perfect.
Caroline, who was played by I can't remember, like one of the most beautiful women in the world, a saved Flash to make her his sex toy. I'm like, well, okay then.
As pension plans go, Rabbi, there's a lot worse.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I put myself in that situation. I go, it is a gilded cage. It is a gilded cage. But it's a gilded cage, baby. That's a lot of gild. Let me tell you.
You can see why he would have been tempted. I think her name was Ornelia Muti.
That's the one. Yeah. Oh my God, so beautiful. Like just like
again, it has to be said: light on boobage, but makes up for it in other areas.
I don't think she didn't come across as light and blue boobage. I'm terribly sorry.
No?
I
haven't looked. I don't think I've looked hard enough lately.
Well, let me tell you, I have. I do it for you. I do it for you. I do it for the chat. So Wilma Dearing is now. Yeah, I think it's a particularly strong one. I do remember in the season 2 they had a bunch of aliens that wanted to inspect her. These little tiny aliens, and they wanted to disrobe her. And they use their mental powers to do it. What's it called? On-think? They were all like, unthink, or off-think, or what? It was weird.
Really?
It was weird. And all the clothes just started popping off. Like, bing, bing. And so I was like, I remember that episode. That was a good one. If there are any experts in the chat, please let me know.
What a wonderful show. And one of the reasons why I liked her is because she was so stern. And when you hear the actress, when you hear the actress talk in real life, obviously she's completely different. She's a very sweet woman.
But no, and I liked it. Okay, so Erin Gray gets a strong mention. She is on the shortlist then on the male gaze.
For the male gaze.
We should. This is so popular. We should just do a calendar at this point. So anyway, I made a. I'll do it after this campaign.
Yes,
because I'm a schmuck. Because like that would have been easy to do, and I could have knocked that out 6 months ago. Easy. Oh God! Let's say I had developed my brand by then, right?
So how many you've got? You've got 5 art cards now. You're looking to bring in a second wave.
We'll do another 5, but it's very popular. But the discussion of it is popular. So I'm saying we did a calendar. I'll have the backers would decide who it could be for each month. We'll do something like that. But I'll have to after this one. Right, that's an easy one to do. I can so do that because there's limitless options. Oh my God, everyone's going to be happy.
There's an abundance, isn't there? I think
anybody
actually
it's only basically up till 2017 where it all was like, that's
the needle came off the record big time, didn't it? Then
what? Like, I don't know. I remember somebody telling me they thought Ray was hot. I'm like, really? Ew.
Oh God, really? Oh, no.
Yeah, I did not play. No, he said she's hot enough. I'm like, not for me. She's not. Really?
Don't get that at all. No. Stage school kid, great big shiny brow, nothing smile. No, it doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, their biggest asset in that was Finn. What's his name? John Boyega.
Oh yeah.
Should have stated on him. Oh, he's so good. He's so good and so underused. I'll bet him Doctor Who. I'll be up for that. I'll be super duper up for that.
You know what? Yeah, I can see that. How tall is he? He's about 5'6", 5'7".
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He brings proud. He's the best thing in just about everything he does. Have you ever seen Attack the Block?
Yeah, he's fantastic in that.
Yeah, he's fantastic at it. He was fantastic at it. His performance was so good. He has so much charisma, and he was so happy to be doing it. It was before Last Jedi hit, right? That he made me love it. And I look at the movie and I go, well, that's kind of shit in hindsight. But he made me love it because it's the same way that Pierce Brosnan sold James Bond. He just loved being James Bond. It was ridiculous. His James Bond was a superhero. It was like leaping buildings. It was like crazy. It's much more grounded now. Like he loved it so much.
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. Pierce Brosnan.
Oh wait! I didn't tell you my idea. Sorry, before I got it. So I said that this print I got here. 1 second. This Tom Baker print by Dominic Rancho.
Yeah, I really like this.
Tonight, if I get one backer tonight, right, then I will commission same artist to do something, a companion one to this with Peter Capaldi. I'll do a Capaldi one. Maybe he'll do the top work things going on there, something like that. And every backer, no matter what level you're on, you're going to get an A3 print of it if you back it tonight. But wouldn't that be cool? Because
that's a great idea.
Well with that. And listen, if it goes on like that on every stream, I'll do another Doctor. We'll do a Pertwee next.
And then you could have potentially another calendar then if it goes down well enough.
Yeah. We'll do was it? Oh yeah, just do a girly mag.
just go the whole hog.
No, you know what? I mean, burlesque. I mean, I like it being PG-13, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I do because it's titillating, which is fun. It's not porny. It's not like eating a Cinnabon. Cinnabon you're supposed to eat in the corner or just sit on the ground crying. Because you go, this is where my life has come to. They give you a little cup of warm jizz to put in your Cinnabon, and that's really how you should feel about yourself if you're eating Cinnabon. It's not good for you.
I think to peddle harmless smut is far more forgivable.
It's a kind of a British seaside tradition. That's basically where I am with it.
Exactly. Postcards. You could do postcards of these.
Well, that's what these are. This one's postcards. As we're talking about, let's bring up Deanna Troy. We did. Have you seen the new one?
Yes, I have. You showed it to me the other day. Although without the house dress, it hadn't got the for the male gaze logo. That sort of Paul Raymond look you've got.
I know. I love doing that. Like that 1970s porn kind of film. You kind of smell that weird newsprint.
It looks like a page that you've ripped out of Knave. It's brilliant.
Exactly. Knave. Oh, God, Knave and Cinnabon. They just breed shame. It's not bad when you got a copy of Knave. That's when you know you hit bottom, right? But it's not even men only. It's bloody Knave. What's happened to you?
There was one. I don't know if these magazines exist anymore. I suppose the internet's made them all redundant. But did you ever see the one that was called Cheap Thrills? It was called Cheap Thrills. It was called Cheap Thrills because it was only £1. It was
magazine.
It was only £1 every.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. As does happen. Disaster areas here. How you doing? Echo 24. How are you? Even my forum's been feeling dead and effects of TTC. What's TTC?
Try. Oh no, that can't be that.
It's something to do with weed. It's weed. I think it's something to do with weed. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it THC? I don't know. Whatever. We'll work it out. We'll work it out as we go. Digby Strawbridge, how are you, sir? Darren M, how are you? Greetings for listening. I am well for seeing you. Actually, I just answered you in the comments. It's so funny. Before we keep on. So there you go. I feel like we're in
Rabbi, this just in. TTC means trying to conceive. So best of luck with that.
Well, listen, that's the fun bit. Let me tell you, it's all downhill from there. Listen, it's less fun. It's more rewarding. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. It all has its challenges, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm happier now than I was when I was younger, I guess. So, like, my happiness index has gone up as my life's gone on. So hopefully that's a good sign.
I think to strive for contentment and for the well-being of one's loved ones, that's as a baseline.
Your sons did well, didn't they? They put that movie out, didn't they?
Who's that, mate?
Your son.
Oh, yeah. It's not so much a movie as a short film. Yeah, if anybody wants to see, people have been watching it. So thank you if you've watched my son's short film. Yeah, it's called The Cycle. It's on YouTube. I'll drop you a link in the chat. Actually, yeah, it's really good. It's not fantasy. It's not geeky, but I am in it. It was good even before I was in it. I could say that.
You didn't blow it up. You didn't blow it up.
No. Well, Rabbi, he said to me, "Can you do something for me? Can you record a couple of lines for my new film, for my next film?" Right. And I said, "Yeah, of course I can." And so I read these lines out. I think I did 2 or 3 different takes, but I didn't realise that the film was also only going to be 2 or 3 minutes, and that I was going to basically be in all of it. He never told me that.
Well, listen, you agreed. That's it. It's in your contract.
I agreed. Yes. My rider was very, very light, and the role was challenging. The challenging role of Dad. But yeah, who knows? Who knows where it will end? Being the next one.
Fine. Was it Sonoda Poopers Q-Bar? Sonoda Poopers Q-Bar. I do like your name. Good day, humans and fellow quadrupeds. Hello. I hope you're wading well, sir. Crystal Solar, how are you? Said I good how are you? Hello to you, David Strawberry. Let me start whizzing through it. Castro Vaughn, absolutely. Okay, so you're saying 8-bit Snick Boy is here. Did it just jump? Yes, it did. Bollocks. It is bollocks. There you go. No. Yeah, we go. Father Christopher Miller's probably going to be joining us as well, so we better get this off before he gets on.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I saw that you've got a new show starting, yourself and the Good Father.
Yeah, we actually got two new shows going on. PD Rich is here. One second, still I think Garbage is here. I do like your darling Garbage and your avatar. Salute up as Cuba. I do like your avatar. I'm sure he came with attachments. I'm not sure who we're talking about. Don't remember to say, how are you, sir? Much respect. Salute. Not for the fact that you could kill me, but I would say hello to you anyway. But I respect that you could kill me. Don't get me wrong. Space Hound is here. Buck Rose in the 25th century was a dynasty. Is like, yes, exactly. And the Draconians in the first episode, they were super hot. Okay, Draconians were basically wearing this like big iron bikini thing and a flowing robe. I don't know who she was, but she was super, super smoking hot.
Yeah, I can't remember the character's name.
Flash. Yeah, I'll flash it out. It was the princess of Draconia. I mean, because they had the Draconians.
Was her name Ardala, something like that?
That sounded like that. Yeah. Well, eventually, I'm going to use the word eventually. It's getting there. It's getting there. I need people to get in contact with me, but it's getting there. One person got in contact with me, but I will, because I want to send it to you via, please get in contact with me. I will send it to you via PayPal because I don't want to do it through Indiegogo if possible. If it's only possible with Indiegogo, you are the boss, baby. You are the boss. I'm happy to go and do whatever you want. Ray reminds me of Bobblehead. Yeah. So they had a whole smash of the Bobblehead hero girls. They had that. They had the girl from Terminator. She was a total Bobblehead hero girl, right? It's instead of Playboy with Rabbi, we could have Playboy with Rabbi. I think a magazine, like a glossy magazine of all these illustrations, done like a wank mag, I think would really work. I think it'd be really fun.
Proper bush porn.
But you could the hell would have the little stats of like Candice. I don't know. I'm 30 years out of date. This again. I haven't seen any of these magazines for a long time either. But I do know that at one point, they did have to say like you'd have to give their vital statistics or whatever else, or they'd say what hobbies that they'd got. It was like page 3 like that, wasn't it? Or they'd tell you a vaguely erotic story in a few lines of text. I have good news, everybody. I have good news. We have the go ahead. We have the go ahead for the Capaldi poster. We have a backer. So anybody backing tonight will get this poster as well, right? I'm just in celebration. Anybody backing tonight will get this poster added into your package for free. No problem. I think if we get to 12 grand, I'm going to give them to everybody for anyway. Yeah, everybody getting the 2 books. I'll give them to everybody anyway. But I think we get to 12 grand. I think that's, I think I can do that. I like incentives.
I'm sensing a lot of happy customers by the time they get hold of all this, Rabbi.
TTC, the Timeless Children. Oh, fine. We're going to get, yes. So I have suffered for you. My audience, right? I suffer for you and I provide for you. I just think of me, just worship me as if you would, if you would, O Lord, because I suffer for you and I provide. Firstly, I'm providing right now. This is just a public service. You can take this home with you and do whatever you want with them. No one's gonna know. Just let you know that they've got magical powers that way. Nobody will ever know. But I suffered for you as well as provide for you. I sat through the Hugh Fullerton podcast and transcribed, not word for
Bloody
word.
hell.
It was only 21 minutes long, but I wrote down a note of everything they said that was stupid. And I had to make a lot of notes. Let me tell you, a lot of notes. We're going to go through their article, and with that,
I've got visions. I've got visions of you like that scene from, actually from Revolution of the Daleks, or from every prison film ever, where you're making notes. You've had to fill every wall in your in your study. You've just written it all down.
I was just trying to think of Revolution of the Daleks. I was just thinking, which was that? Capaldi? Was that? And
that was a stupid one.
That's it. That's why I can't remember it. That's why I can't remember it, because it doesn't exist. It's not there. Keep Ellis, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Very excited. We got the who was it that told me? I just saw it. Battlestar Galactica had Commander Adama, and the Equalizer had Edward Woodward. Oh, we couldn't do an Equalizer, Edward Woodward. He's pretty. They're pretty sexy. Princess Adala, somebody saying there. Somebody told me they backed it. I was just trying. I was too excited. I didn't see who it was. I'm going back to thank them. There you go. It's 8 Snake Boy. He backed it again. That's it. 8 Snake Boy loves you just as I do. Fine. I'll get onto Dominic first thing, and we'll get another drawing out of him. We'll do one every stream, right? I think next time's going to be Pertwee, right? I think next time with Pertwee, and then next time Matt Smith. Yeah, Matt Smith. That's all I'm up for. I mean, basically, whatever doctor I'm in the mood to see.
So, what you listen to this podcast? What's Hugh Fullerton's voice sound like? Bit nasally,
weak and effeminate. It's as you would expect it to sound. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds. Weak and effeminate. I get, yeah, because I guess that's who he is.
I had no idea that I knew there was some sort of podcast with Radio Times, but I didn't know they'd done sort of Doctor Who ones with him. That sounds very, very funny.
By the way, this card, Parallax 1999, has got more attractors of me now ever since I listened to the Big Finish Space 99, which I really freaking like. I really enjoyed that. It's
who plays this character in the audio version?
Yeah, it's just like a couple of lines. He sounds kind of Asian-y. Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't really matter. Although I realized I was torn because I wanted to go for Maya, I think, because Catherine Shell, good looking lady, especially in Space 99, but it was season 2. I don't think that has to. You can't do a season 2 Space. You can't open Space 99 representation with a season 2 one. That's just wrong. If you don't mind me saying so.
We've got to draw the line somewhere. And if the punters,
that's what
I can never remember what this character's called either. But yeah, a striking-looking woman, and she clearly means business. Slipped out of that space. Yeah,
but she did not as much as the last two. There we go. I mean, this one. If at least you get a nice view on your way out. That's all I'm saying. Is one worth the other? Maybe. Who knows?
Worst ways to go, isn't there?
That's ways to go. Keeping the British end up, sir. But people are really digging the anyway. So we got new shows starting tomorrow. For me, it's 4:00, which is really hair raising because at 5:18, it's the 18-minute countdown to Sabbath, which means I've got to be completely offline with everything. By then, it's like so. Normally, you don't do anything in the last hour. It's but I'm going to be doing because I wanted to do a show with Father Miller for a long time. So we're going to do a show together. We're going to talk about the geek news of the week, and we're going to give it. See, most of the time I do hold back on my religious insanity because, I figure, you guys are normal. Well, I know some of you do like it. Some of you do dig it and find it interesting. Some of you who aren't religious find it interesting as well. But
I found it eye-opening. I think is the word. As somebody who is ignorant.
That's what I would hope to do, right?
Yeah, I put myself down as agnostic and largely ignorant. So I get faiths mixed up. What different different faiths believe and things like that. So hearing yourself and the good Father Christopher sort of talk it out like that, it's going to be unmissable. It's going to be. I mean, I never missed the Exozone with Doomcock and Gary.
I love that. I love that.
I love that show.
No, they don't. They're like a prize find now. They only do them once every now and again. I was really lucky to. I just as I was going to bed. Okay, my life's been insane since I've been doing this Indiegogo. I got up this morning at 4 a.m. 3:30. I had to get up at 3. I had to get up for 4 for a stream so I could talk about my comic and promote it. And I always, I come with a bit of energy. So I'm doing this all like great. And then just so that's been a normal thing for the past couple of weeks. Like I keep getting up in the middle of the night for an hour or two and screaming at the mic.
Perfectly reasonable, perfectly normal thing to do.
I spilled the beans on how one can get out of the Israeli army using just a Mars bar. You can do it. Get out of the Israeli army, just a Mars bar. I'm going to tell it to everybody now. What you do, you get a Mars bar, right? You get a Mars bar and you shove it up your ass. You shove it up your ass and you go to the physical, right? You go to the physical and the doctor goes, "What's all that on your ass? What's going on? What's going on?" So this is what you do. Here, listen, I better make myself big so you can see this here. You take your finger like this, you go like this. That's shit, doctor. See, that's what you do, and they give you a special form, and there you get right out of it.
I've heard that story before, but it's still a belter. It's so great.
Here's the thing, though: if it's a good story, and you know what's coming, it's still worth hearing.
Still very, very funny. Talking about Doomcock and Gary earlier on, have you heard Gary's stream from what must have been yesterday? His R.I.P. Doctor Who stream.
I got the first half of it anyway, and I haven't heard the second half yet.
He did a good hour, a good solid hour's monologue about Doctor Who. Gary, I was impressed. On his own. It was really impactful the way he summed it up. And he's right. Of course, he's right. I do a lot of upbeat stuff, but I feel it too. I feel the same as you do.
Honestly, I think the reason they haven't announced Jodah's departure, there's another rumor. We had that big rumor on Wednesday. There's going to be an announcement. There's a big There's a similar rumor again for tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think the reason they haven't announced her departure is because I don't think they want to announce the successor, because I don't think they're going to announce a successor.
No, he's going to try and do the the Holy Grail of Doctor Who coups. Yeah, that's what he's going for.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. He's got nothing else. Somebody asked me a week or so ago about Chris Chibnall's era, and I said, look, he's got nothing. All he's got is gimmickry. He came in with a gimmick. He's pulled gimmicks.
I have to reply to PD Rich. I'm trying to saw your comment. You get out the wrapper first. Sorry. I thought that was an urgent thing to communicate, right? Because you don't want somebody making that mistake. What's? I think we're on Judge Anderson. There we go. A bit of Judge Anderson action there. Sorry, you were saying?
Judge Washers. Yes, what was I saying? What was I talking? Oh, we were talking about, Chibnall. Yeah, it's the gimmickry of it. I think he's spent pretty much every gimmick that's going, not only his own, but other people's too. He's got them out for a good airing. He's given some of Stephen Moffat's greatest hits another go over. And so on his way out the door, there's only one other gimmick to pull, really, and that's a surprise regeneration. Right. Whether she's...
No, but my thing is, I don't think they're casting another Doctor because I don't think they're making another Doctor. At least they haven't decided to as yet.
No, and realistically, how can they when the world doesn't know whether they'll be able to make any TV or how for the next 18 months? As I've said before, I mean, they're struggling enough to pull these 8 episodes together. Can't really. In all reason, can't really expect any more than that. Even if it was a show that was doing well, it would still be
right. Yeah, no. So that's the other thing. That's when we want the other thing. I'll read you the editorial from Doctor Who magazine.
Yes, that's come out today, isn't it?
And listen, I haven't really gone through it yet. I haven't done my review of it. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I've done the thumbnail for it. That's as far as I've got. But I've what's it? Don't even press that button. Fine. Then I'm going to go over here, share screen. It looks like a good issue so far. I mean, it looks like it looks like an issue that I would want to read.
Front cover is absolutely beautiful.
Front cover is absolutely beautiful. Here it is. Is it sharing? There you go. Front cover is absolutely beautiful. It's a very, very, very clever recreation of the Dalek book, 1967. Is it Dalek book? Yeah, they got the eyes in exactly the right position. The too many slats for there to be to go round. You know, it's just wrong. The Dalek is just wrong, but it's perfect at the same time. Fine. So let's go to the editorial. Firstly, you're just annoying me because the thing they kept going on about in this podcast was how they keep saying they confirmed the Mobius Doctors. They made them canonical. And I say, no, they have. Okay, there's two reasons why they have not. I mean, they say the two reasons they haven't made them canonical. One, it's in the Jodie Whittaker era, which is decanonized itself. Okay, there you go. That's the first era. But the second thing is the thing you're clinging on to is her remembering the procession of faces seen in the mind-bending game in the brain of Morbius. That doesn't mean she's remembering those lifetimes. She's just remembering the scanner images. So
we see clips from other stories. So why not from that adventure?
No, exactly. Like that was all on scale. If it wasn't a new image with this Doctor who doesn't exist because Douglas bloody Campbell in a jacket, you dingaling. If you don't show me more footage of him, therefore he's not a Doctor. So piss off, arsehole. This assholery is was it
Marcus Hearn. He talks a lot of sense a lot of the time, Marcus. He wouldn't have it when they try to.
So we'll do the beginning and the end. With the middle bit's kind of boring. As we allow ourselves some cautious optimism about the summer and the end of what we hope will be the final national lockdown. Listen, I don't want to freak anybody out. I don't want to freak you out. As a religious man, my ecclesiastical point of view is this, and this really is true. That it's I think we're going to get a feeling it's going to ease up and go away because I think something a lot more scary and bad is coming right on its heels, right? And I think the more of a sigh of relief we have, the more scary and bad the other thing's going to appeal. So just don't start dancing it. If we get to June and we're all cool, I'm wrong, right? If we get to June,
well, we know that something really bad is going to follow it because series 13 starting in the late summer.
I keep telling myself, if I'm right about all this stuff, we're not going to have to see Discovery. We're not going to have to see it. Like, they're not going. It's like it's over. Just stop. By the way, they were the Morbius regenerations. I said P.T. Rich. There's another theory I heard, which I really like. Okay, best theory about the Morbius Doctors ever is they are fake regenerations created by the Fourth Doctor to win the mind-bending tournament. So really it, doesn't it?
That's something that the Fourth Doctor would do as well. Yeah,
right. It makes complete sense.
I'll buy that. I'll buy anything that decanonizes this trope.
I just think that really, it's a really good theory. It's a really good one. Anyway, I've been thinking about ways life has changed over the last year. I'm not sure they can be described as silver line. Actually, no, I was in synagogue today, right? And I looked around, and it's the first time. This is the first week we've been back in the building, right? As long as you got the vaccine, you can go back in. You've got to have this green card to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
But as you go back in, but everyone's wearing a mask, and still everything's very all the books of there's lots of bookshelves with holy books on it, right? That people use, and they're all covered over because you're not allowed to use them because they don't want things to transmit any germs, right? So they've got, and it's always very pared down. It's very pared back, and I'm looking around, and we're everyone's wearing a mask, right? And I'll say, I wish I could send myself a picture of this back 18 months ago and you're going to be relieved when you get to this, right? What I would have said, right?
Yeah,
it's mind blowing.
But true.
It's mind blowing how much and how quickly the world has fundamentally changed. Right? It's it's just mind blowing, and how our brains have coped with it because it's been incremental, right? But like, it's mind blowing. It's absolutely insane.
You wouldn't think it'd be in just one year.
I know, absolutely. By the way, let me hear. I'm not going to be disclosing civil loans, but amidst the hardships and the tragedy, there have been some unexpected bonuses. We've had to postpone or cancel many of the editorial plans we've had for 2020 and 2021. We've had lockdown restrictions have also prompted some unforeseen opportunities. The idea of the interview with Russell T Davies, okay, blah 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 blah. Fine. So then over the last few. Okay, fine. We're over here. Back in the real world. Oh, man, come on. Okay, back in the real world. Doctor Who magazine is one of the many publications having to contend with a huge drop in footfall at the high street. We're grateful to all our subscribers. Well, you better be. You're certainly being trying to please us now, right? We've certainly ended a lot of the bullshit, right? The Time Team. The United Colors of Benetton Time Team is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, you've ended a lot of the bullshit, right? It's like, thank God, right? How many of us are you going to keep? We can see you doing your best. This is what Doctor Who magazine is really lacking. Doctor Who fans. They need Doctor Who fans to write for it, because Doctor Who fans understand their love of Doctor Who. And I think a lot of the people working in Doctor Who, they're somewhat superficial. If I may say so.
I won't name names, but I'm not very impressed with some of the people involved in various issues of late.
Right, exactly. So anyway,
I'm sure they're nice. I'm sure they're nice people, but it's really thin stuff. A lot of it.
I mean, well, I'll go through this issue with you quickly, so you we'll look at. I won't go in the page. I'll show you the preview of the pages. We're grateful to have all our subscribers, but we also rely on retail sales. And I can hardly need to explain that it's been a tough year since out there since Christmas. Oh my God! They were supposed to be Christmas was the time they're supposed to get relief, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That means they're talking in the last month, then, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, because this would have been
really bad.
This editorial would have been written 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay, that's really bad. Then that means the sales data is so crashingly bad, right? That the relief they hope for hasn't arrived. All right, so that's basically what you're saying. Anyway,
sales data was published last week. Sorry, mate.
Right. Anyway, so you remember that last year, following the first lockdown, we had to rest the comic strip for a while. The strip's about to take another break. Yeah, it's going. It's been the return of it has been an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. Scott Gray, fine writer. He's done a good job with the strip. Yeah. He's been doing the artwork, and he's just not up to it. That's just the bottom line. His artwork is just not professional, and it's garbage. I mean, it's. I don't know how much they're paying for that. But I will say they want full color. I could get them full color for $250 a page. Easy. Far superior. Everything. Writing, inking, $250 a page.
I forgot that Scott was an artist as well.
Yeah. He's not. That's the he's not. I mean, he could do a sketch, but he's just not. Look, I'll show you some. We'll show you some of the panels.
See, I like his sketch cards that I've seen, but I haven't seen his sequential stuff.
This is he's just not up to the. Look, I'll show you, but
not everybody can draw sequential artwork, can they? It's I've done it. You've done it.
It's not just that his ability to grasp form is weak. Again, listen, I'm not dissing him. It's just he's not up to the job. That's all. It's the way it is. If I would teach a ballet class, I imagine it would suck, right? I wouldn't do that for that very reason. Yeah, yeah, I'm not very good at diplomacy. Yeah, like I think I'm a gentle little bunny. People run in terror. I genuinely do. I tell you,
it's because you speak your mind. That's why.
Oh my god! So true story. There's this guy who's really pissed me off. Right, this guy who's really pissed me off locally within my community. Like nothing on internet. Right, this guy's really pissed me off. And I told him he pissed me off, and he's pissed me off even more since then. Right. So anyway, so I was going to like eviscerate him publicly. I was like one hair's breadth away from doing it. Like you would not even know. And this is not Twitter. I mean, to his face, loudly in real life. You know, like that, like that. And the only thing the reason I decided not to is because I genuinely believe the apocalypse is about to come, and I think it behooves me to be nice to people, right? So I let him go, right? And I did. Honestly, I thought this guy didn't really give a shit, didn't really understand how much I saved his life, right? So anyway, so we had this Friday, we had this holiday of Purim, and in the prayers in the morning, you read from the Sefer Torah, and it's an honor to get to say one of the blessings on the Sefer Torah, right? So there's this former public official who I feel has disgraced himself somewhat. And so I made it reasonably clear, so that I am happy to have him be in the same room as me, right? I am not going to make a stink about that. I will hold my nose, and it's no problem whatsoever. If, however, they were foolish enough to somehow give this man some kind of public honor, I don't think I would be able to hold my tongue, right? So I think I made that reasonably clear. So I told the person to tell the other people in charge to avoid that happening. So anyway, so the guy pissed me off is there, and the other guy who I don't want to get the blessing is there, right? I'm like, and I know they're friends. So I walk over to the guy, right? I walk over to the guy who's the one handing out the blessing. I walk over to the guy and said, "We're not going to have a problem, are we?" All right? I just like that. This guy, I'm not even kidding you. He literally, I don't know, he's terrified. I've never seen I'm not even joking. I've never seen pure terror. You're like, what? I don't know. What? I'm like, well, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, as I walked up to him, the room kind of went silent as well. And I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just walking over. I'm trying to avoid the scene. I can't understand. So inside my head, I'm a little puppy wuppy, right?
But they thought you were going to eviscerate this man.
I don't know, because I've actually been reasonably circumspect that I haven't told anyone I'm going to eviscerate him. You know, like, yeah, I've been very, very, very good about this.
People can pick up on tension, Rabbi. You know.
I get. Listen, I'm not one who places cards close to his chest. Surprised me. So anyway, so they're going on. They're taking the comic strip away. They're supposed to take another break. Yeah. Want to be back as soon as we're able to make things on a more even keel. That means there's no plans of it returning.
Yeah, that's indefinite. In other words,
God, right? In the meantime, we'll be maintaining the usual schedule of bringing you the best Doctor Who, past and present. Every 4 weeks. So listen, there's this. So that's going on. Let me show you this other image, okay? Which is I would avoid. I would recommend everybody avoid. Here, let me go over here. Share screen. So you can get a 50% off a digital subscription with Doctor Who magazine. I don't know if they're going to be there in a year.
That's a big chunk off. Over 50%.
No, you normally get about 30-40% off. It's a lot cheaper if you subscribe. It's a lot cheaper. But 50% is a lot. But I don't know if they're going to be there a year from now. Right? I honestly don't know. I would.
It's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, obviously, Marcus there, he's minding his words. At least he's very honest about. Well, sort of honest about the comic strip. Clearly, it's gone for the foreseeable future. There's obviously no further materials being commissioned, or they'd be running it, wouldn't they?
That's true. So I just said to Blue Bonnet's in the chat. How are you? It's so nice to see you. PD Rich, I still stream and make, but of course you do. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to Blue Bonnet's channel, please everybody go and subscribe. It's a freaking awesome channel. But I've been saying, Mr. Hyde Podcast, and you do a lot of stuff. I always look at. I look out for your stuff, and I see it on a regular basis. You're still around, right? So. Don't worry.
Yeah, she's great. And that show that you did as well, Blue and Starry Eyed Girl and everybody else who guested with Mr. Hyde on that. Very, very funny. They do script readings.
Oh, right.
Every now and again of Doctor Who stories. Yeah.
The discussion thing.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, I would say subbing to Blue Bonnet's channel probably a better investment than subscribing to Doctor Who magazine. Definitely. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no, it's not looking good. So we'll do a quick overview of the magazine. And this for me actually, this magazine is interesting. I don't know, it probably will be for you as well, but I'm not sure how much.
Well, yeah. I've read a breakdown of the contents, and they're talking to all those artists. A lot of them, some of them I've met, and
I'm personally interested in that. But I don't know if this was. Although they do have issues where there's stuff and I'm really not interested in at all. Where there's all a theme of music in the episode or something. But did they have? They don't have Alison Pearson here though.
No, it doesn't look like it.
But you did an interview with Chris. How do you say his name?
Chris Achilleos.
You did an interview with him, right?
Yeah, big 2-hour interview with him. Yeah.
So it's in this. They do an interview with him in here. But if it tickles your fancy, you should. There will be an uptick of interest in, I think, this month. Fine. And so you got stuff about big finish covers. Yeah, again, I'm actually kind of interested in all this stuff. So shame this game. I think it's going to be awful. But I can tell. This is about the new Big Finish adaptation of was it John Lloyd's script that never happened.
Again, sounds interesting. I've heard John Lloyd talk about it before, but not in an article length. And what's this about the moon base? Some recreation.
Stupidest thing ever. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-page filler, basically making renderings of here. I'll show you. It's basically making a rendering of the moon base set from the set from the diagram. It's like, so what? Who cares?
Just because they can. Just to do it because they can.
I can see that, and I can see that, and I've seen the episode. So why are you putting 5 pages of nothing on, right? Which is essentially what it is. It's 5 pages of absolutely nothing. 5 pages of nothing still would be better than what we're going to see over here. Let me zoom out. That's the wrong way. Yeah, this artwork is just not. Look at it. It's not professional.
Oh, that. Yeah, I mean, I don't like criticizing other artists' work, but
listen, I'm just saying that. Look, it's a professional thing, and I'm saying if I was the editor, I would have to reject this. All right, and I think it's. I thought
it would be better than that. Yeah.
No, it's just not professional. It's not of a professional standard, right? And I'm sorry to be the one to say it. It's not of a professional standard. It's nice that you like kung fu movies, right? But oh my god, look at this. I will put somebody on my channel who has an Indiegogo like this, who stopped and done it himself, and has put his life into it. I'll totally do that. But this guy's been paid for this. He might have been paid pittance. He chose to take the money.
Yeah.
Or he didn't take, or he said he'll do it for free. Either way.
Maybe he has done it for free to guarantee that the strip could continue or something.
Yeah, but again, for $250 a page, I can do you something professional. And that's full color, and you're welcome.
So this is the final comic strip in DWM for a little while.
This is. I doubt this is where we're going to see this in a collection. Right? Is this? Yeah. Look, I mean, do you think they made enough in that first Jodie collection to make a second one? I doubt it.
I was amazed they even had the gall to put that out, to be honest.
Listen, I guess contractual obligation, right? That's my guess. So here we'll look at the cover again, but that's basically the issue. And they're saying so it's losing how many? It's like losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's losing 6 pages. Yes. Although let's tell him in the 90s when Doctor Who was off air, it was thin, but it was still,
I used to read it cover to cover, every single word.
It's and a lot of the stuff is just shilling. This big article they had, they advertised with, is only 2 pages. It's like
what, the Chris Noth thing is just 2 pages.
Yeah, I was actually reasonably interested.
And one of them looks like a massive photo of Chris Noth.
No, it's 3 pages if you include the massive photo of Chris Noth. Okay, yeah. I'll be fair. I'll be fair, but it's I don't know. I honestly don't give it a year. I don't. I'm sorry, because I got every one. Okay, I mean I switched to digital at issue 500, but and I'm sorry. I'll be sorry to see it go, but I'm still
buying the print one. I'm still buying the print one, but it's a lot harder to find than it used to be, and it was the same before lockdown.
Well,
my local Tesco stopped selling it completely. Hop on a catch.
Right. Yeah, look, they've lost a lot of revenue, and I'm sorry. I know they're trying to do good now. They're trying to make good. They're doing their best, but like. You should have gone screeching at us for 5 years, right? Like, or how long it is. It seems like about 5 years they've been screeching at us. They've been telling us that we're whatever, racist, sexist, whatever, because we don't agree with them about immigration policy, or whatever it is. Alan Dershowitz said it was a massive mistake to connect morality with political ideology. It's a massive, massive mistake to do that. Because it will destroy society, and that's exactly what it's done. That's exactly what it's done. Although weirdly, I have to say, I think it's more. I know they probably say the same thing. It seems to me the other side of the aisle have a bigger problem coexisting than we do. It's the progressive side of the aisle has a harder time coexisting.
Yeah, well, they'll never have a conversation to your face. They will act behind your back. That's what cancellation's all about. It's not addressing a problem with an individual head on, asking somebody about their position, sitting down and having a conversation, right. Finding out where they stand on it, and hopefully finding common ground and a way to move on and resolve.
I considered like trying to put a feeler out in the Not My Doctor group, because when I had the other guy on yesterday and my last stream, it was really quite pleasant, right? It was like I felt it was good for him, right? So I felt we were doing good for each other, right? And
he completely changed his tune. Hello, if you're out there, it's Meme Factory, isn't it?
That's the guy.
Yeah, if you're watching this Meme Factory, I really enjoyed that show you did with the Rabbi, and listen to your conversation.
There's no reason we have to dislike each other.
He seemed like a perfectly decent kid to me. He's,
right.
Obviously, you could tell that you're only 18, mate. You could, but he'd got a lot of ideas, a lot of things to talk about, and he was kind of funny. I like funny people. Yeah, and exactly. Surely that spending time chatting to you for an hour, however long it was, is a lot better use of your time than buggering about on Twitter and pissing people off just because you like being obnoxious. I know that being obnoxious now and again can be fun. We all like to wind up somebody, but doing it on a but Rabbi, it's one thing to wind up your brother with something or other, but to wind up complete strangers on a public platform and suggest things that are actually illegal is a little bit more. You may want to do something a little less. I don't want to use the word toxic, but a little less dangerous and damaging to your own psyche, to your own soul. Sitting down and chatting with you was probably the best thing that guy's done in his entire life.
Listen, I would like to hope not. I would like to hope he's I honestly would like her not, but I just think we could, there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody to get on.
When you were both talking, you found more common ground, so much common ground. And that's why it was a proper conversation. That's what real life is like. That's what adulthood is like, Meme Factory. So I really enjoyed it. So thank you both for sharing that conversation. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if anyone else wanted to come on, I'm more than honestly, I understand a lot of people think a lot of things about me. And I'm happy to answer any question. Like I'm happy to answer any question whatsoever. Because
you're an open book. You're an open book, aren't you, mate?
I really am. It's like The question we should answer is, what the hell was is Hugh Fullerton thinking of?
Ooh, that is.
Pull up the Radio Times article.
That is
I also got the transcript. I say it's transcript. It's my notes.
I imagine that the inside of his head probably sounds fairly hollow, fairly.
I don't know. Listen, he's making a living, I guess. It's a second. Click on sci-fi.
A curious soul. He seems happy. I envy him that.
There's maybe we'll look at this next. There's new details on the Russell D. Davies missing lost story. Big Finish are doing. I saw they gave an announcement out there, but they haven't got to put the release it yet. So I was like,
no, there's no artwork, there's no cast, there's not even a synopsis. So
really?
we know it's coming.
Filming it, of them recording it.
I don't know if that was actually a photograph of that, because
he should have been filming another thing. Another thing. Fine. Here, let's share the screen. 1 second.
Ooh.
Share screen. Nope. It's a Chrome tab. Which one is it? No, that's my. Okay, I'm just trying to find the. No, it's not Parler. Not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, here it is. It's got this one with the RT. Yeah, that was difficult. There you go.
Oh,
there you go. Every time I see her, oh God, she's so bad. I go, really. She's just. I mean, like, she's just not good at this job. All right, not. She is the Scott Gray artist of the Doctor Who acting community. What can I tell you? Listen to the radio.
I remember, Rabbi, when I was at school. Sometimes, a teacher that you thought you didn't even like sometimes would go off on holiday, or they'd be ill, and they'd send a supply teacher. And after a while, you got really fed up with the supply teacher. And this is how I feel about this incarnation of the Doctor.
Yeah, it's like, why are you still here? Yeah. Like a bad bloody smell. Can you just go? Can we just make your 28 episode or 30, whatever it is, up front and be done? Can we binge them and be done? Right? And just whatever.
Get it over with.
Oh,
get it all out
God, it's so painful. So,
but Hugh, I suppose Hugh's in clover, though.
I'm sorry?
I suppose Hugh is in clover with all this.
I don't know what that means. It's
happy as a sandboy. Happy as Larry.
That sounds like a bad thing. I hope he's very. He seems. Yes, he seems like not only it's the greatest thing ever. Right. So anyway, the headline is: listen to the RadioTimes.com Doctor Who podcast. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I've done it for you, and you don't want to do that to yourself. Okay, I'm here for you. I have suffered for you, and I provide for you. The Timeless Children 1 year on. The controversial season 12 finale is still bringing up debate 12 months later. Yeah, because the debate is how much do we hate it, right? We the debate is, why are you still pretending it's real? Everybody hated it, and they're like, is this a debate? No,
hold that thought.
It is being held. 1 second. See, I was on a different screen. Okay, so I didn't realize Dan had to just go for a second. So don't touch that dial. Let me see if there's anybody new in the chat. Blue Planet, how are you doing? Please, anyone else hoping that they don't bring back any classic monsters? Yes! Although a lot of the time when they bring back classic monsters, they do a decent job. The Cybermen were good. The costumes I've seen for the Suntarans look good. I feel bad they put them in this abomination of a production. Let me see what else is going on. The second season had a minute, a great memory. Are we talking about what's it called again? What are we doing? Who had a second season of what? I don't know. Matthew Burrows, you let me know. Let me know in the chat. I am intrigued. Tom Baker's always eccentric. I heard such a rude story about Tom Baker from somebody who may have had a liaison with her. What about Leela? A Leela for the male gaze? Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, Louise Jameson is freaking gorgeous. If you ever get that episode, you're back. Have you ever seen the Sunmakers? Right. If you pull the screen at any moment, Louise Jameson is on. You can actually just take that picture and frame it. She looks awesome in every frame of that. I think it's and I've looked. Let me tell you, I've investigated for you. I suffer for you and I provide for you. Fine. Let's continue. You're on for the Doctor the Timeless Children's. How does the Timeless Children stack up? We all hate it. Are fans still reeling from the shocking twist about the Doctor's background? We all rejected it. We all want you to retcon it and make it go away because we all hated it. And Other Lives, no, there was no Other Lives. Again, fandom has said no. We've all, even the ones who liked it, everybody just went no. Listen, I understand you want to do Revelations. I understand you want to do it, but it was shit. Okay, if you haven't picked up on the vibe yet, let me just be clear. It is shit. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. Chibnall, again, I know you don't read your reviews. Please, from my heart to yours, please understand. This is shit. It might seem cool when you're 12 talking down to Pip and Jane Baker, but this is shit. Yeah, my God, he was the first troll. I just realized Chris Chibnall was the first internet troll. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Another thing that you've succeeded in. Ooh, a mega. There we go. How does that? So the Doctor's backstory and Other Lives, or have they adjusted to the new normal? No. This is not. Forget it. No one's interested. So basically, what he does is he has his podcast with somebody who doesn't really know anything about Doctor Who, has vaguely watched it, and kind of likes it. This is Rob, the Radio Times gaming editor. So he starts off by saying this is a somewhat controversial episode. So then he recaps it. Rob recaps it, and he reminds me how shit it was, because it's just unbelievably shit. It wasn't just you think the destruction of Doctor Who canon was the thing that makes it shit. No, it was that it was in such a dreary
everything. It was in every conceivable way. I mean, it sucked and blowed at the same time, if that's possible.
So true. So they say robbery cats, but he admits that he's totally forgotten most of it because it's just so forgettable. The Master appears through this portal right at the end of the intersection. I was waiting for Matthew to tell me what the second season was. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Fine. That's Matthew Pound. It was Matthew Pound. Fine. The Master appears through this portal, right? Remember, they got to go to this planet where they in the end of the universe to escape the Cybermen who have killed humanity because Jodie Whittaker's Doctor gave them Cyberium at exactly as Captain Jack had told her not to do.
Not to do. Don't do that.
Remember, under any circumstances, whatever happens, don't do this. And he's like, because he thinks, she's going to think to herself, I'm smart enough to work this out and fix it. She's going to think, you know why she's going to think that? Because she's a dummy. She's an absolute dummy.
And do you remember how there was no debate? There was no sequence of Tom Baker with the two wires. Shall I do this or shall I do that? Exactly. She just thought, bugger that. I'll do what I like.
I tell you, I would. Why don't we raise a crowdfunding thing to do a fan scene where Jodie Whittaker does the Tom Baker "Have I the Right" speech?
That would be agony for her and for us. It'd take her a long time.
So badly, that would be hilarious.
Yaz there at the side.
Oh, that'll be so good. That'll be very good. Fine. So he says there's some confidence. So here he rises through this portal from a destroyed Gallifrey. None of this is ever explained. None of this is ever and none of it's ever going to be explained. So then he reminds everybody that people on the planet, you kind of forgot about them because they're completely forgettable. They're like renter crowd. The last remnants of humanity are essentially renter. What was it? Half of it, and they all get killed anyway by the crap flying Cybermen heads. A lot. They're like, I hate the flying Cybermen heads. Everything about this is. You forget, don't you?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
How bad it is.
Makes me want to go and empty my bowels.
See, the worst thing this production team can do is make and air more Doctor Who. The worst thing they can do. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like they had a rough idea what they were doing with the Dalek one. Did you ever see the Dalek one?
Yes.
Revolution Dalek. Yeah, it's like, other than her, it was mediocre.
Yeah, you actually gave it a more charitable review than I did. I thought it was bloody awful. Oh God, yeah. The podcast came out last week, and who did I get on there? It was Kyle from the Fandom Podcast Network, and Barnaby, my friend Barnaby, the actor, he was on, and my other friend Hannah, who I'd never talked to about Doctor Who before. So the idea was it was going to be all raw, and nobody would know what each other's opinions are going to be.
Right.
And yeah, with that episode, I mean, I didn't watch it until weeks after it was on, and I just thought it was terrible. But particularly after the first 5 minutes, once they broke the Doctor out of prison, I couldn't remember a single thing really that Jodie Whittaker had said or done.
Okay, here's one thing here's a really stupid thing they did in it. Like, that really just diminished the Doctor's character, right? Like, one of the many. The where she has this stupid idea of calling the real Daleks to come and to wipe out the fake Daleks, because the fake Daleks they're too powerful for her to wipe out. So she can call the real Daleks to do it, who are more powerful, and then she's going to find a way of destroying them instead. What a dumb plan! What a dumb plan!
All utterly ridiculous. Everything that the characters were doing was either completely out of character, or they weren't where they should have been, either physically or emotionally, or both. John Barrowman he worked hard for them on that show, and how did they repay him? By buggering him off as well, off camera, not even saying a word. It was awful, absolutely awful.
Well, what they should have done with the second set of Daleks is they should have had, if they want to make the Doctor as a hero, they would have had the Doctor come up with a plan to take out the human Daleks, right?
Yeah.
So I think we can just work it out. And just as anything has got it sorted out, the real Daleks show up, having picked them up themselves, right? And now she's got to contend with two sets of Daleks. It's double the threat, amped everything up, and it's made her. And you can have the same solution, which was kind of awful, and it makes her like heroic. But they don't.
I was just going to say, you're expecting heroism there. So they don't know. They just don't know how to write it. And that's not me giving Jodie a free pass on the performance, not at all. Yeah. But they do not know how to write that kind of material. They haven't got it in them.
They really generally do not. I still haven't watched it. Jason did. I did not. I get the feeling you haven't missed much. No, you haven't. By the way, if you're able to watch either Raised by Wolves, which is on HBO Max,
I love that.
Or what's the other one? Or Brave New World, which is on Peacock, which I think they're combining with somebody or other.
Apparently they are. Yeah, I'm not sure who with.
Oh, they're going to combine with HBO Max. They're in my opinion, the best shows of 20. I think you would like. I think Jason will definitely like both of them. Right?
Yeah, I love them.
Weird ending. The weirdest ending I've ever seen. Like, what? And then they announced there's going to be a second season. So I hope there is, because it's
me too.
It's interesting. So it's so they just make it not heroic. So anyway, going back to this boring, the awful episode. They say all the people were kind of very forgettable. Once through the portal, all the plots of the previous episodes were forgotten completely. The Cybermen and everybody. They bet they were, right. Then Hugh adds in, "Oh, I love Brendan." I'm like, what? What did you love about these? Yeah, they kept going to Heartbeat or something. Brendan existed purely for so people they're channel surfing. They think they come to Call the Midwife, right? And they'll be trapped there. Like, oh, I'll watch Call the Midwife, and they go, wait, this is Jodie Whittaker's in Call the Midwife. And there we go. But I hated the Brendan thing, which wasn't explained in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, utterly pointless and a waste of the license fee.
I mean, listen, they explained like too much about Doctor Who and replaced it with new mysteries they haven't explained in any way at all. Right? They haven't even set them up as like you don't get tantalizing glimpse. It's like it's nothing. It's oh my god, it's done so badly. So everything is Jessica the companion something to do, says Hugh. So Hugh starts saying it, pointing out its weaknesses. Everything is basically Jessica the companion something to do, whilst the Jodie is in the Matrix of the Master. And the master. The problem with it is it's just the master doing monologuing and explaining everything to her. And he said basically the master is the main character of the episode, right? And then he goes, "It's pretty good. I hope we see more of it." Like, why? Why would you hope you see more of that?
I can't relate to this at all.
It's the weirdest thing. It's like
it was really poor television. However you want to look at it, narratively, the construction of it, everything was so poor. And to load it all on, it's as if Sacha Dhawan comes in and think, bloody hell, we've got a guy here who's actually got some charisma. So then to load him up like a pack horse and expect him to deliver the full weight of this absolute tripe over how long was it? It's off for about an hour. Bloody hellfire! I've only ever watched it the once.
It was long. It was painful. By the way, Mr. Brown, how you doing it? Mr. Brown, put your if you can your one of the wonderful mods. Put your channel in the chat. So there we should go and subscribe. I'll just remind everybody. I'm commissioning a new Peter Capaldi poster. I think is Capaldi considered the sexiest of the Doctors? I think.
If you ask Blue Bonnet Hooven if she's still around.
Capaldi. I spoke negatively about Peter Capaldi's looks at one point, and she was like, "No way." She snapped me a Z. I was like, "Okay, I'm wrong." I backed down instantaneously. I retract my my poo pooing. So anybody backing my thing tonight, they're going to get a Peter Capaldi poster, a custom drawn Peter Capaldi poster. Much in the same. I'll show you the Tom Baker one again. Hang on. Right. So this Tom Baker one, I'm going to do a companion piece. It'll be Capaldi. And we'll do this every stream. Every stream, it'll be if I get one backer, I will commission a new art piece. It'll be so next one after this one will be Pertwee, right? So maybe we could do like we get all the Doctors. Are we going to do a Jodie? I don't think so. That's not going to. We're going to do a Cushing before we do a Jodie. We're going to do a what's his name? A Shulker Doctor. What's that guy's name again?
Oh, Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant. Yeah, we'll do a Shulker Doctor before we did.
Everybody. Do Lenny Henry's Doctor.
Lenny Henry Doctor before we do a Jodie, right? There you go. Just looking at the chat there. As he's saying, yeah, we have the answer from Blue Bonnet. Yes, he is the sexiest Doctor, as people didn't already know. I just want to make sure you like he was the one. Yeah, okay, fine. It's we are totally yeah. I want to do a Capaldi piece like that. Kind of with the same thing, but I wanted some of the clockworks in the background and him doing like the thing with his hand. He does. That's going to be awesome. And then we do a Pertwee one. It could be like the huzzah sort of thing, with his Venusian.
The possibilities are endless.
Exactly. Fine. So let's. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you can consider hitting the subscribe button. That would be fantabby double dozy. I would be quite chuffed if anybody would do that. Let me thank you very much. So then he recaps the Timeless Child Revelation. It's a completely different backstory. There's Tectoon, who's made is a brave woman of science who is built her own spaceship. She built her own spaceship, right? I think so. She's an explorer. She built her own spaceship. She finds a little black girl, as denoted in the script, a little black girl by a portal, and he adopts her. Some would say kidnaps her, adopts her, takes her home, and then one day, after looking after her very, very carefully, she dies horribly by falling off a cliff, and then she regenerates, right? And she goes, "I could use that. I could use a bit of that." So then. Awful. She then tortures the child to death over and over again so she can work out how to do it. But what I thought, the second time you do that, you'll feel a bit chancy, right? And like, does this happen every time? Like you'll feel a bit like, I don't know. I don't know the second
just
time.
The thought of it is, and this actually happened. Somebody did actually write this, and this was screened. They made it. They put this on screen for the nation, the world to see.
The most incredible thing about them writing it is that, again, they described her as a little black girl. Like, what the hell?
Why would you do that? Why would he do that?
Mr. Brown, yes, of course. Listen, I come and scream at anybody, but I especially come and scream at people. Now I've got my Indiegogo going. I'm plugging it literally anywhere. So yes, I am. As you all know, I describe myself as a bit of a subscriber whore, much more so than my comments. But I do like the idea of doing a calendar, right? A calendar or a wank mag sort of. It won't. Everybody will be 13. It'll be wank mag style. Right, we could ship it in brown paper bags. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, big for the male gaze logo streaked across it, Paul Raymond style.
Exactly. Perverts only. I have so much fun putting things on the front. Like, there's things on the front cover. They say like, also.
We'd have to have a few colour flashes, wouldn't you? The yellow. Color flash there with the red letter.
The front cover would have to be full color, right? I mean, listen, in a perfect universe, we would hire Nicola Bryan to do a photo shoot very tastefully. That would be unbelievable. Could you? How would you be able to ask her agent? Would she be interested in it?
Would you be interested in an interview with that wank man?
Oh yeah, would she like is this on her resume? Like completely tasteful, completely. She has complete control over this, right? I
think if you gave her the opportunity to maybe be guest editor for the month for the entire magazine, the way that they did with Sophie and Doctor Who magazine that time, maybe she'd be up for that.
Honestly, like a burlesque cover. Listen, I don't think she minds being beautiful, does she? Like,
that's never been the impression I got. I think she's very sort of aware.
I just don't feel it's disrespectful to think like yes, you appeared being very knowingly like John Exeter squeeze you into spandex, knowing that me and a generation of people will be there. You left a very strong impression on me. What do you want out of me? What do you want? You also have to be so like that, like a burlesque cover, like a photo cover. That would be freaking awesome, wouldn't that be awesome?
There's something to behold. We can shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars with that.
I reckon there's a chance you'll do it. I reckon there's a chance you would do it. Why not? Why not? Again, it's like complete control. You have costume, whatever. Just like when I'm growing up, you were a sex symbol. You're still a sex symbol. I still think you're beautiful, right?
She is beautiful.
Yeah, so I like however you would want to present yourself. Would you do that? I think it'll be really, really fun.
Well, if you don't ask, you don't get, mate.
I guess not, but we would obviously pay her as well. Like how much would that? How much could that be, right? Has anybody noticed the latest leaked photo of Doctor on wires with a green screen behind her is really the Matrix? If you zoom in, Jodie looks upset. Well, there you go. Listen, it could be literally anything. That green screen could be lit. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah. I'm amazed anybody's interested. I mean, I looked at them and thought,
yeah, me either. Like we were talking. Was it you? I was talking to you about scoops. Getting. Like who are scoops? like best case scenario, you find out something like an hour or so early or something like, or you have like, but everything else is just rumors or press releases.
Well, for me, a real scoop, you've got to hold information that other people actually want to hear.
That's also true. That's also true. I was like, I don't mind being a day late. I think it's the commentary people want to hear more often. Like, they like whatever it is,
I think you're right.
How stupid the idea is, right?
Yeah.
Right now we're having just so many rumors, and it's like they're like I was doing a lot of doing them on. I'll keep doing them because like people keep sending them to me, right? But I'll keep doing them. It's just like at this point, like when I heard the Timeless Children rumors last year, I believed them. They seemed credible to me, and I also the whole like power struggle thing in Cardiff that Chibnall won. I believe that happened, right?
Yes, so do
I. But I don't know. Like it just that seems good. But now there's like she's staying, she's going, she's this, she's that, up, down. Like it's going to be Lenny Henry. It's going to be a white guy. It's not going to be a white guy. It's going to be trans. It's going to be like oh God, stop. Oh, Tom, whatever. They're all good. Everybody likes these ideas. Take a breath. Although I don't like the was it Michaela Coe idea. She does not seem like.
No, I don't get that at all. Obviously, very striking looking woman, but I can't see why people would want to.
It doesn't like this isn't a role that I think that's universal. This isn't a role that goes for literally everyone. Like again, if you're going to have a female doctor, I always thought, what's her name? From Luther and Lone Ranger and
her with a weird smile.
His Dark Materials.
I can never remember her name, but I know exactly who you mean.
Yeah. I'll think of it soon. But I always thought, if you're going to go with a doc like that, that'd be great. Gillian Anderson, would be awesome. Gillian Anderson's going to.
With a prime example.
It was a video I did the other day. I was talking about how confusing it was when Gillian Anderson played Margaret Thatcher. Oh, have you got up to that season?
No, I've just finished season 2.
I'm not stealing spoilers for you. It looks exactly like Margaret Thatcher. She looks exactly like Margaret Thatcher and sounds like her, but she feels like Gillian Anderson. For some reason, Margaret Thatcher is hot.
The combination is going to be very, very erotic.
Very disturbing.
Ruth Wilson is the actor that.
Ruth Wilson, there you go. That's one. Perfect. Ruth somebody. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ruth Wilson. I also thought that she again with good scripts she could like, but like with Chibnall, it doesn't matter. Whatever they announce, I like the like when I watch it, it's going to be painful because Jodie Whittaker's in it. She's awful.
There's only one piece of information that anybody wants about this era now, about the rest of this era now, is when are they going?
That's it. When's it going to go? And without Chibnall going and the BBC going, I don't see it going in. Although I don't see the BBC like if the BBC collapses before they finish season 13, I wouldn't be completely surprised. I wouldn't be, because you never see it coming. They was like, really?
I think as soon as somebody like Russell T Davies comes out and says, "No, you're screwed," then if even Russell, I love Russell T Davies. You do too, of course I do. But this man, he's a huge cheerleader for the BBC. He's not remotely impartial, nor does he pretend to be. But even he says it's game over, BBC. So
they're dropping Line of Duty straight onto iPlayer, I believe.
Are they? Okay.
And I think they're basically moving iPlayer to. They're going to move to iPlayer as their subscription service. And good for them. I'd say they should do an international subscription service, or they should go. Good for them. Like, go to the market. See, this is the thing. This is why cancel culture is so insipid, and it's always good to never bend the knee to it. Never bend the knee to cancel culture.
Not for a moment.
Gina Carano, he showed everybody the way, right? So this is the way. So it's because the marketplace is the most egalitarian thing in the world, right? The most egalitarian thing in the world. People will either support you or not, and that's it, right? It's completely up to that. I just saw this thing on the corner of my from around. I have said this before. Who is deader than my sex life? Oh man. Well, I hope that picks up. Okay, I definitely. I will pray for you. Right? Yes, I actually genuinely will. Because everybody should live a full and fulfilling life. Fine. What was I saying? I'm sorry. That did. What was I saying?
You talk about the BBC going under and going to the subscription model, turn the iPlayer into the platform.
It's the most egalitarian thing. Going to the marketplace is the most egalitarian thing. Yeah. If people like what you do, they'll support you. If they don't, they won't. Right? And I think we all know that's the reason they don't want to go for it. But like, we don't need you to be our moral compass, BBC. We don't need it. We're fine. We're groovy. It's 100% okay. All right. It's basically, and they just don't understand that, which is the weird thing.
They'll give that up. They'll cling on to that, and that'll be the last thing that they give up. Right. This idea that they are our betters, our moral guardians.
Oh, they very much want to be, don't they? By the way, is my sound better now? I just turned my mic up. I just noticed it was down.
Yeah.
Because I lost a couple of videos from that.
It's gone crisper. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we do have 98 backers now. Oh, let me update. Let's have a look. So you guys are that. Oh, no, it says 95 still. You got me excited. Sorry, it must mean something else. Then 98. It must be 98 now. Don't know what that means. But listen, 3 of you back tonight. I'll make it 98. You get the poster. Anybody back tonight gets the poster. Fine. What was I going to say? Come on, fine. Fine. Yeah, the Egalitarian is of market. Fine. We'll go back to Doctor Who. That's where we were. Let's keep going through with this. So where we get up to? Fine. So Tech 2 can do anything. She's stunning and brave. Doctor is a spy and then has a memory embrace, which they say Brendan's story is the kind of skin for that. Which again, listen, if the entirety of Doctor Who can be wiped away this easily, then no facts are solid. No facts you can rely on, right? So, like, how do we know? How do we know what Brendan is? How do we know he's got any connection? And how do we know, like, they won't in 5 years from now they won't go back and find the little black girl and she found out she's actually the 60th regeneration and there's been a whole other
exactly.
It's like, forget it. They've taken out the cornerstone. It's all falling apart. Yeah, it's structurally, it hasn't opened it up. It's the most open most open format in the world, and they've opened up too much and it's fallen apart. It hasn't made it more accessible. Has it worked? Like, how's that worked out for you? Not very well, I think. Right? Fine. So then, was it the Brendan story? So we don't know anything. So then, so Rob, so how are you like feel about it? You're not a big Doctor Who fan. And he says, "Oh, I was super excited by it." I'm like, really? How about somebody take about something you love and see how super excited? So have somebody also who doesn't know anything about it say, "I was super excited about it." Screw off! I don't care. You're super excited. What's the other thing? Have you watched Superman and Lois? Resident Alien, freaking awesome. Love both of them. Have you seen? I haven't seen the latest Resident Alien or Superman and Lois. I'm going to watch at least one of them tonight.
I watched the second Superman last night. Yeah, and
it's supposed to be even better.
Yeah.
It was really show. I'm really excited. Yeah,
this show. It looks like it's for real. It does.
I can't believe it. And also Resident Alien. What a wonderful performance. Did you see last week's episode yet?
I'm about 2 behind, but yes, in case you haven't seen, the Rabbi and myself have already talked about Resident Alien over on my channel, The Spacebook, on a show that we do together called Hard Drive. If you go to episode 2, which dropped a few days ago, you'll see we talk about the Orville, but on every show we talk about another sci-fi or fantasy show. This time it's Resident Alien, and we find out whether we certify it or not. You're not going to want to miss that, I promise you.
Do I need to keep watching Barry? Because we talked about the first 2 episodes.
No. I'm going to watch the rest of it, but the idea is we talk about a different show every time. Yeah, and if it's something like this time on episode 4, we're going to talk a bit about WandaVision and give our verdict on that, because that will be finished.
Oh yeah,
by then.
thank God that ends tomorrow. They're disappointed in the ending, right? That's not a good sign, right? That's not a good sign. Here, one second.
The idea is we're trying to find a good hard list of great shows that even though stuff like Doctor Who that we love has gone to the wall, we can seek solace in the arms of another, with Resident Alien and shows like that.
Speaking of finding great shows, just a few channel announcements coming up. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time, myself and Father Miller, we're starting our show together. Weekly look at Nerdum's news of the week for the theologically minded. The crossover that had to happen. The Nerd Father, Father Christopher Miller, and the Rabbi from another planet, Beck. And we are joined together. We're going to be doing this every week. It's going to be about an hour until the clocks change, and I got like more time before Sabbath and go longer. Basically, the bottom line. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to.
I'll be watching, gentlemen. I shall be watching.
The video's dropping tomorrow, or one of these will drop tomorrow. I think will be. Screen Rant. It's complete history of the Daleks, and it's every bit as cool.
Oh my god, that's Rosie. What's she doing there?
I know.
That's weird.
Learn all about the Daleks from our completely genuine geeks.
Oh, this looks excruciating.
We have the Doctor Who magazine review, very good cover. That'll be coming. One of these is going to be Saturday. One of these will be Friday, and also Saturday. I'm rebranding the Live at 5 somewhat. We're going to be doing a comic booky one every week. This is the Bastard Love Child of Comicsgate and the Founder Menace. Every Saturday, we delve into cutting edge of comics with their creators and talk all the geek news of the week. Fine, I got to redo that thumb. So we got 2 guests. We got Magic Cops, Philip Diaz and Zaid Comics. That's his brother. They were both on. I was both on their channel this week. We had a fun time, and they got this other guy got an Indiegogo going on, which I like a lot, called the Ductables 2. We'll look at the image for a minute, because I think it bears a second glance. It bears.
Yeah, she's really something. That's Bella Emberg I'm talking about.
So Supergirl arrives in the future space year of 2021 to make a disturbing discovery. She looks around at the devastation of what's going on, and she says, "Well, what's happened to all the heroes? Surely more people they must help us this catastrophe. What's happened to the heroes? They worrying about more important things, because we have Wonder Woman, the new resplendent Wonder Woman, who is body positive, saying, the male gaze." So that'll be the Saturday show. And I want to do that like every week. Bring a few like comic book guys on. We're going to talk about the stuff that's going on in the week, and it'll be an excuse to have a sexy pin-up. like each week, the fun will be in this kind of vein. It's always going to be an excuse to have a sexy, scantily clad woman in it. So, or a gentleman if the desire, if the demand is there. So there you go.
I'm all for it, mate. All for it. And it's great to see Bella Emberg there. Blue Bonnet Hoovian in the chat said, "Look at that! Look at the state of that Wonder Woman. That, believe it or not, that woman, when we were growing up in the 80s on British TV, she was part of a regular TV show on British TV.
Yeah, it was great. I had to airbrush out Russ Abbott?
Russ Abbott, yeah.
From Cooper Mad. It was a great show. Russ Abbott, Saturday Madhouse. We all loved it. Fine. There, let's finish this article. It's going forever. So he was excited by it. Screw off. It said it was Thomas Shell was to open up the storytelling and make it more relatable. How did that work out? Not at all. Chim said Dr. Ruth wasn't planned, and I think I believe him. Dr. Ruth was an idea they came up with on the fly, because they said, well, why not? The new history of the Doctor hasn't been explored, says Rob. And they think they have to explore it on TV rather than Big Finish. Wrong. They have to just ignore this ever happened, right? Like And hasn't thought beyond the mic drop revelation, right? All he thought was like, we're not going to know anything about the Division or Dr. Ruth or the other gazillion million doctors. That we're never going to know because it doesn't matter. The Doctor doesn't matter as a character anymore. And like, it's just such an incredible destruction. Charlotte Shields, how are you doing? So nice to see you. I remember Blunder Woman from the Russ Abbott's mouth. Yeah, exactly. I didn't watch Russ Abbott so much because was the Explorer ignore? I don't know what that means. Peter Rich says, was that explore or ignore? What we're exploring? Oh, explore. We should ignore it. You're talking about too much stuff to explore in the. Okay, so the plan was they were going to have like lots of forgotten doctors between these doctors. To really dilute the male whiteness of it, right?
Yeah, I can believe that.
That's really the bottom line. Fine. So there will be there's obviously going to be more to come, but who knows? And he said it could be like Revolution of the Daleks. He reminds me that in Revolution of the Daleks, after being saved by a man, the Doctor is then pulled up by another man, Ryan, who is really hardly a man. Pulls a confused doctor together and gives her her mission to go and find out what's going on with her. So then Hugh Fullerton says, it could end up just like the end of the 50th anniversary, where Matt Smith has this incredible mission to go and find Gallifrey, and they just kind of forget about it. And again, somewhere in the Capaldi years, they know where it is. That's basically what happened. Fine. What's going on? We're about 2/3 of the way through this. He doubts the hunt for answers will be the backbone of the series, like looking for Galaxy. Yeah, I just said. There's too much material to cover. He says he doesn't think it'll be wrapped up in 8 episodes. He thinks this will be such a doofus. He thinks this will be like a multi-doctor thing, bridging doctors, like Bad Wolf. No, Bad Wolf was for 1 season. They brought it back as the Bad Wolf, but it didn't bridge doctors.
He credits Chris Chibnall with talent.
No, please. That's I think a bridge too far. Fine. And then he says, but even though we got to explore this, flashbacks are boring, and Jodie's just doing her shocked face. It's like it's boring. They admit it's boring TV.
Somebody tried to persuade me the other day that Jodie Whittaker's performance in that episode was like amazing and the very pinnacle of. I thought she just stood there and she said nothing, did little else.
My performance right now is superior, right? My performance literally right now is more convincing and superior. Because I don't know, she's that bad at it.
You're awake. That helps.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Being conscious is a step up.
So they how passive this Doctor is. Most of the story.
Again, true.
He mentioned the Morbius doctors. They want Dr. Ruth back. So here's the thing about Dr. Ruth, right? They say Dr. Ruth really worked. No. Dr. Ruth was compared, like she with Jodie Whittaker is the comparison. She was very good, but like she was very disinterested by the role. She was just doing her job, right? The costume didn't really work. It was no. Compared to Jodie Whittaker, she was good. That's not a high bar. That's like saying compared to Goebbels, compared to the Chancellor of the German Chancellor in the 1930s, Goebbels was good, right? Yeah, yes, and no. Well, I used to do this thing with I would impersonate the German Chancellor on being accidentally setting up special re-education camps. I'm sure they're going to have in America soon. Setting up special camps. And did you set up another camp? He said, only a little one. It's not the. So, that was our ongoing joke on
occupational hazard.
That, and we also used to work out the what we would sell in the gift. What was it? Celia Becker's massive guest star on this week's Resonator. Oh wow, I wouldn't mind that. We used to work out what we would sell in the gift shop as well for the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Israel. So we would outdo each other in grosses. Like we were like pajamas, bunk beds, train sets, fireplaces, temporary tattoos. These were all items we came up with at our Sabbath table.
Yeah, the hours. Was there not much footfall? Did you have to think these things up in between guests, in between visitors?
We would no. This was always on the fly. I do hope someday you come to Israel and you come to us for Sabbath. It's we always have a fun time. It's weird because you're online. You don't use the internet. Oh, you could, but we don't use the internet or phone.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it when you were on one of your shows this week. I think it might have been with our friend the Meme Factory. You were talking about it then. Yeah. It does sound.
Good. I recommend it.
It does sound good. It does sound good.
Garby says, has your internet gone or is it yours? Oh, no, it's back. So it's good news. Fine, let's finish this thing. Oh, my God, it's killing me. We're nearly there. Rob's likes a Revelation, but not much of Doctor. He's not much of a Doctor Who fan. Has never really seen the classic. Probably wasn't alive when it was on. Excited to expand and cites the Mandalorian. Oh, God. He says, yeah, it's just like the Star Wars trilogy. Yeah, now you have the sequel trilogy. Now you can go and expand and do like the Mandalorian. I'm like, what? No, they did the Mandalorian because to save Star Wars from the sequel trilogy. Yeah, and you're not going to expand. You're not going to save Doctor Who with the same people. Like, just no more. Like, such a fundamental lack of
It does make you wonder where Hugh has recruited this guy from.
This is the new gaming editor of Radio Times.
So it'll be about 14.
Yeah, it's insane. Puts down foul reactions and poor execution. They agree it's been. Anchor said, "Yeah, no, it was done well. Like the Joe Martin episode, it would have gone down well." And then Rob ends up saying, "If it was bingeable, if they had the next season ready, I would click next right now." I'm like, well, good for you, good for you. We don't feel the same way.
I think he sounds like a bit of a knob, to be truthful. But okay.
Yes. So there you go. Timeless Children a year later. Doctor Who magazine on its knees, stopping the comic strip again. Funko Pops as allegedly or rumored to have let their license lapse. I don't think it can be long till Titan Comics are going to let their. I can't believe Titan Comics are still publishing, right?
They're publishing less and less now. If you notice, their ongoing series that they're supposed to publish, they were supposed to have started that in November. That has already been cancelled and now replaced with a Missy mini-series.
Oh, really? I didn't know they cancelled that one. Yeah,
it's not running. The most that they will put out now is one Doctor Who comic a month, and again, 4 years ago, they were putting out about three titles a month. There was a regular 12 title, a regular 11 title, and those rotating mini-series with 7 and 3 and everybody.
Right.
All gone.
Everything was doing well. So how's it a year after Timeless Children? Not so good. I would say not doing so good.
Non-existent. If you want those action figures of the Friends of the 13th Doctor, they're everywhere and they're getting cheaper by the week, and they've got lots of them.
I saw they tumbled down in price. So fine. I don't think I got it. Me to the Kathleen Kennedy thing. I might do a video on it tomorrow. That means doing a thumb, though. The better. I think this thumb encapsulates what a 1 year later, right?
Yeah,
I think it went quite well.
An absolute total disaster that has destroyed the brand from the inside out. Well done, Chips.
Yeah, even Time of Victorious isn't selling. Like, nobody's interested in any of this, right? It's I think the most profitable thing now is anything with Tom Baker on. I think she's even she's damaged the modern brand that much that the classic brand is still more viable.
You can sort of bottle that. You can sort of still treat that as its own entity now, and say, okay, there's that, and that's not contaminated, but that is, and that And I've been watching. I've watched nothing but classic for the last year, really, apart from a Capaldi episode for a podcast.
I've been enjoyed catching up on the modern series. Like I've gone through it quite a lot So it's been I want to watch Matt Smith's not his complete run, but most of it from start to finish. Right? I like because it's a very well encapsulated era. The problem is, I think its second season really doesn't come to. It was style over substance. It doesn't really come together and make sense.
I don't think I've seen it, and since the year after it was on, I haven't seen those episodes for years.
It's not as strong. However, his finales, everything. The last episode of his last season, 50th anniversary, and his finale, I think were very good. I liked his demise.
It's hard to believe that Matt Smith left that role like 7 years ago, isn't it?
Right. I wish Capaldi would come back and do Big Finish. I wish Matt Smith's not so much, because I think that Jake Dubman just sounds exactly the same, right? But I wish
he does,
come back and do Big Finish. So, anyways, let's have a look at a couple of things at Big Finish, and then we will wrap up, because there's things occurring at Big Finish. Finish, they actually dropped quite. Yeah, actually. There's not just this news. There's other news as well. So the Russell D. Davis. Really? No, there's not that big much news. The Russell D. Davis thing is, but they said they're recording. I don't think there's any news there at all. There didn't seem to be anything to the story. Let's have a quick look. I don't think
obviously, because Russell blew that himself, didn't he, a few weeks ago, that he was doing it.
Oh, so this is the announcement. Yeah, okay, fine. Who cares? They released the cover for the next Robots. I can't motivate myself to listen to this. Like, I got the 3rd box set, and I still haven't listened to it. It's so hard pushing myself to listen to it.
I haven't heard any of them, but I have got them, but I haven't listened to them.
Yeah, they extended it for another 2 box sets. I'm thinking probably not. See, that's the thing. Big Finish. Your nosedive in quality is just hurting you. You know, it's like I'm just not buying stuff as much. Yeah, let's have a look at this month.
They're just spreading it too thin.
Well, listen. What I think they're doing is they've had a weak period over the last year, and they're retooling and redirecting. So this is, thank God, the monthly range ends with the beginning of the end of the beginning. Don't know if it's Torchwood. Stranded is still their big holdover into wokedom. I haven't bought the next box set yet. This is the one where I'm going to decide if I'm going to continue with it or not.
It sounds terrible. It really does.
Listen, I've stuck with this McGann storyline from the beginning, right from the beginning. It's like, and there's been a lot of releases. I'm very sad to leave it. All right, I'm not sure if I would have bought box set 2 if I had listened to box set 1 yet. Right, it was I bought it on faith. It's a faith that they the whole Tanya thing. I'm sorry. Look, and this kid I had on, the mean guy. The idea that there is masculinity and femininity that applies almost universally, right? Almost universally to our species, right? Was just so like a foreign idea, but it's still the truth, right? It's still the truth. It's as I say. But Big Finish, the Big Finish. If anybody is listening in Big Finish, what they need to do, because nobody can access you because there's too much stuff. There's too much back catalog. They need to do a $2.99 a month streaming service. They get 30 releases a month, and they change those releases every month. That way, you introduce
fantastic idea.
Yes, then they introduce people to new ranges. It's not all Doctor Who. You can have Tomorrow Pee-wee or whatever you're still allowed to stream, right? Whatever. If you could still do the Judge Dredds, they were good. Whatever they're allowed to add in, they should add in, and they could do Dalek Empire. They've got so many ranges they can do like a central 10 Doctor Who releases a month. And then the box sets have been going long enough. The McGann stuff's been going on. There's just so much they could do, and they will suck in so many people because people want the media. Once they get it, they would buy more, and it's just dead stock that's not doing anything for them.
There's still this huge appetite for Paul McGann, isn't there? And his stuff is mostly so solid and so easy to. I'd have used the word inclusive a few years ago, but now I can't even use that word without thinking of stupid people. I mean, traditionally inclusive. You know, the meaning of the word we used to use.
Okay, if I was doing this, 30 releases a month, I will do 10 of the monthly Doctor Who releases a month. I would do 4 of the McGann like single disc. So you get that like monthly, right? You get them. You do 4 of those a month. I would do like. There's so many interesting things they could do that people haven't really heard of. Luther Arkwright. I would have about 5 speciality releases a month, like that. Nobody's really heard. Let's have a quick look over. If I go over here, right, I'll do Dorian Gray. There's Sherlock Holmes, Alan, Adam Adamant. That's a bit too new. Blake Seven. I'll do 4 Blake Seven individual stories a month.
There's a lot there.
There's stuff like Time Slip that people. They had this. They did this really good. Was it like book on tape? Was it Karnaki? Which was really good. They just have a lot of material, right? And it's inaccessible. 30 releases a month for $2.99. You're basically just paying your server costs at that point, and I think they would do pretty well from that.
What's Vienna like? I've never heard that, but I know that it sort of ties into the new Master one. Vienna with Chase Masterson. I've never bothered with that.
It's not bad. It's basically Chase Masterson being like a kick-ass bounty hunter in the future. It's kind of like sub Buffy. It's okay. It's okay. It's not. I mean, like, I haven't listened to it for a while, and I had a more like positive attitude to Big Finish, at the time. I don't know. Maybe I'll go and revisit.
I wasn't even certain if it was tied to Doctor Who or not until I saw she turned up in Master playing the same character.
Yeah, no, and she was introduced in a Doctor Who story as well with Sylvester McCoy, which wasn't bad. She was like spun off from that. I mean, it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. You could do a master set. You could do a Time War box set. There's a lot you could do with these things. I think it will be massively popular. And it'll be seasonal. Everybody. Oh, you know what they could do? They could just change it every week. And then you get like people will be talking.
Yeah, it'd have that Netflix sort of appeal where sometimes things disappear and listen to this before it's gone. That kind of thing.
Exactly. Davros. There's a ton of lost stories. Yeah, it's so we got the Return of the Cybermen, which I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to be that good. To be honest with you, I didn't like when I read it in Dreamwatch Bulletin all those years ago. The synopsis, I was like, I think Return of the Cybermen was better. That's basically where I was. I was like, so what? Doomsday Contract. Again, I've got them. I've already bought them. So am I logged in? No, I'm not logged in. That's why I'm not saying you've got this. And then Master, I'm looking forward to this.
Me too.
But then I got there's new audio news as well. There we go. I just got to change this. Go share screen. Where is it? Which one is it? It's that one. So here they're releasing all the Target novels as books on tape.
I thought they would.
Yeah, but they're a little bit. We can. I'm not playing the trailer. No, go listen to it on your own. I am not playing the trailer. I'm not. So they got Sophie Aldred reading this. I'm like, if you must, okay, no interest. And this is like Caitlin Stewart, who played Jenny in the BBC series. Fine, you have to explain who she is. That's how much we don't care, right? Okay, we don't care. Go away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind reading these books. Dalek, and this one will probably be good.
Dalek does sound good.
Look, written by Robert Sherman, read by Nick Briggs. That's going to be good. That's probably worth it. But here, check out how expensive it is. It's open another page. You can either get it free with Audible or it's £26.
26?
Yeah.
Seems a bit steep.
Yeah, £26 and it's nearly 5 hours long, but like £26.
Even so, yeah.
Yeah, no way. It's just no way. So then we got who's reading this one? Dan Starkey is reading the McGann one. Really?
What? Why is Dan Starkey reading that?
He's kind of Doctor Who. They should have stumped up and got what's his name? The Master. It was Eric Roberts to read it, or Paul McGann. So yeah,
Well, anybody really? I mean, Yuji So would I'd take it. I just don't see why Dan Stark. I like Dan Stark, but I don't see why he'd be doing that.
Yeah, one second. And then also, if you're also going on to Audible, actually, I might just have to get a subscription because there's a lot going on. Let's go over here.
Oh, they've got the deal with 2000 AD, haven't they, to Audible?
Right. So they got a lot of good books coming out. They got again, I'm not playing this. No way. I'm not playing. Yeah. I got Home God, Brink. I like Brink a lot, actually. Halo Jones. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to have to get subscribe to Audible. I think that's how they told me. Look at this, a great cast. David Warner, Indira Varma, was it Nina Susana, and was it Rich Armitage? That's cast. Ballad of Halo Jones. Don't know who she is. As Rudis. Okay, it's fine. Okay, yeah, I don't really mind. They've like race swapped everybody in like how Halo Jones. That is kind of irrelevant, right? I think I'm fine with it. Yeah. If it's any good. God, poor Alan Moore. I feel so bad for him.
Joseph Fiennes. Bloody hell.
Yeah, Joseph Fiennes. There's a narrator. I don't like narrators in my audio. That's why the Sandman one, I never finished it. It's because they had Neil Gaiman was narrating it. I really hated it. Fine, don't recognize. But yeah, they're Joseph Fiennes playing Judge Dredd. Patton Joseph as narrator, and I love Patton Joseph. But narrator, horrible. I'm really not into that. Again, don't recognize anybody else. Pitt, another great book. And Slain the Hall Dog is playing Slain. Conor Morgan's playing Slain. He's a bit young, isn't he? Need more of a gravelly voice. Gemma Whelan's playing McGrimm, but Gemma Whelan I like a lot actually. Don't know any of these people.
They obviously mean business. That's a strong slate for the first raft of release.
Yeah, listen, look, with this and with that, do Audible have like a streaming service where you just get everything, or do you still have to buy credits?
I think you have. I think it does work out in credits, yeah, because I've got a trial with them at the moment. So, I'm not very impressed, to be honest.
How much is a credit? Let me look over here. It's $7.99 a month, right? So it's I guess this is one credit. So a credit probably costs about $8. Okay, that hang on a second. Let me see. Why don't I just Google how much does an Audible credit cost? There you go. It's a credit costs about $15. It's a bit overpriced. They should have like a they should have like a kind of streaming plan where you just like you get everything, right? It's memberships. Let me see membership benefits.
They've got a lot of content. I'll say this for them.
They do, but if it was a streaming thing, it'd be fine. But unused credits for I don't like this pricing model. All right, they need like an unlimited. Like I'm not interested in bespoke buying anymore.
I don't think they've really altered their business model in like.
I think they're a bit behind the times. I think that that's what's going on. Fine. Speaking behind the times, I'm hungry. I want dinner. So anyway, listen. I got a live show tomorrow, 2:00 UK time. It's 9 a.m. in on the East Coast with Father Miller. Then I'm gonna do my 6 p.m. Show on Saturday. It's going to have a more comicsy bent, and it's going to be that way from now on. I would have thought. And I got videos from tomorrow. I might do a video on the Kathleen Kennedy thing. I don't mean I have to do it.
Spoil them, Rabbi.
Spoil the bitches. Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Rabbi. I've enjoyed myself as always, and thanks to everyone in the chat for listening to me.
Coming on.
It was a good time.
I was going to say, is there anything that you would like to plug?
As always, head over to the Spacebook channel for more nonsense from me. Lots of Doctor Who, lots of other sci-fi and fantasy, including Hard Drive. with myself and the Rabbi once a week. And what else?
Hard, baby. Nice and hard.
Type 40 Live, which is the Doctor Who live stream that we put on. There's the Blake 7 podcast Teleport, which is back in a few days' time with a surprise episode. That one. That was somebody from the actual telly.
Was it? Are you buying Avalon?
I will. Yeah, I will.
I think I am as well. I think I took myself into it.
I've got a lot of faith in that. And subscribe to the channel, and there's lots more coming over there. We're doing all sorts of things. I'm trying all sorts of new shows. We did a thing about Superman and Lois last Saturday. I think it's around 5:00 with Keith. That was, and Matt Pott, he was there. And so we're just gonna throw a lot of things around and see what sticks. How about that?
All right, very good.
Thanks, Rabbi.
Mr. Brown, please. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say thanks for having me. I'm going to shoot now and let you say good night to everybody. But cheers. I'll speak to you later. And thanks to everybody. Bye-bye.
Doodle pip. Mr. Brown, please be in contact to release me whenever you want me on. No problem, baby. I am honored, excited, and I would say my nipples are reasonably tingly at the thought of appearing on your fine channel. If you have not yet subscribed to Mr. Brown, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to me, subscribe to the Rabbi. Subscribe to the Will of the Rabbi. I hope you guys have a very pleasant Thursday evening going into Friday, and good night, and may your God walk with you. I think that's